This is our Savage World Sci-Fi Adventure series. So where we're playing our own custom game where we are in the 28th century of humanity, out among the stars. The players are members of a crew, and Jeremy just lost his camera. Jeremy, you okay there, buddy?
Am I? Can
You
you
just
hear
lost your
me?
camera.
Uh,
But anyways, we'll go around and have their players introduce each other, and hopefully the cameras will get sorted out again here in just a second. And so, Jeremy, why don't you go ahead and so the cameras I know got switched off. Jeremy's the guy without a camera, but he'll introduce his character. And well, actually, we'll skip Jeremy while he figures this thing out. Oh, he got it figured out. Okay, good deal. I'll have to get everything sorted out again. But Jeremy, go ahead and introduce your character, buddy. Tell him who you play.
hey, sorry about the camera.
Yeah, no worries.
So I am playing Levi Roosevelt, space cowboy, reluctant captain, clone, gunslinger, etc. And I think I'm ready to shoot some stuff in this game. I think that's what I remember from last time.
Yep, that's pretty much where we're leaving it off. Yep. So getting ready to shoot some things. So and we got Cliff with us. Cliff with Quest and Cliffhangers is also his Twitch channel where he streams at also. And tell us what you're playing, man.
We're doing the speed rounds, I guess, huh? So, Aston Courtney, socialite, silver tongue, spoiled, inheritance baby with a short temper, an itchy trigger finger, and he's stuck between a alien and space zombies.
You didn't have to do speed round, but
Speed round, that's it.
you didn't have to do a speed round. Sorry if I've made you feel like you were. And Matt, tell us who you're playing, buddy.
I am playing Arthur Haeckel. He's a young scientist, kind of MacGyver wannabe who tries to solve everything through science.
All right. Okay, so we got Arthur and Shaun. Shaun missed last session, so we're going to have to get him caught up at the beginning of this one. And Shaun, tell us who you're playing today.
So I am playing Spencer Witt. He is a 15-year-old stowaway who has joined the crew. He's on the run from a criminal organization who is using him for his psychic abilities. So he's putting those abilities to good use as part of the crew, just trying to make himself useful. And most of the time when he's not using his abilities, he's mopping.
Yeah.
And various other duties you would expect from a 16-year-old on a ship.
He's a very valued member of our crew, yes. That's why he's mopping. Right.
Mopping.
Okay, so what about this recap? Who wants to start us off with telling Shaun what happened last session?
I feel like we should start off with an apology, Shaun.
Do we? Did we somehow hurt Shaun?
No. So, oh man, it's fuzzy where we started at. So I know we're outside of.
A little bit.
What's that?
Maybe I should have let that one hang in the air for a little bit, so Shaun would have thought something bad happened to his character.
Because I was looking at my character, I was like, I don't see any wounds.
So we started out in transit between our little smaller space vessel to the actual ship because the artifact had taken control of one of the drones and was looking over the ship. So we were trying to figure out. We were taking way too long and deliberating about what we were going to do and trying to figure out how we're going to check this drone artifact thing out and get closer to the actual core of the artifact itself, the giant, well, not giant, the small, ominous floating black box. Help me out here, Matt. Because I know we went on the ship. There's things that happened in between, but it was mostly just like dialogue.
if y'all want to go into super details about deliberation, I mean, y'all did deliberate a while, but the first big thing that you guys want to do is get more information about the spikes.
We captured a zombie with a net or something and brought it on to try to figure out what these spikes were doing exactly. And I think we found out a little bit of information, but not a whole lot. I think the main thing was the spikes are giving off or working on a frequency very similar to psionics. I always forget what the term is we're using.
Apparently it's psionics now.
Well, what's the
whether it is or not? So,
and then we went over to the pirate ship. Oh, I think we're trying to retrieve the Faraday cage or whatever the artifact was in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to jump the gap because there was a lot of debris, and we'd only just gotten on the ship when we encountered some sort of strange, I think some mechanical organism, alien robot, not sure what it is. But there are also a horde of zombies encroaching upon us.
Yeah, let me, actually I'll share to you guys some of the images from some things. So I'll share the image of the Herald. And actually, I think you guys already had that shared to you, but I'll share it again so Shaun can see it. But yeah, so just to kind of also, I want to give credit where credit was due. Matt was kind of the MVP of last session. Arthur Hakel was, because it was him who figured out that the spikes worked almost like they worked through essentially through a gamma brainwave connection around 130 hertz, similar to a psychic brainwave connection. How Shaun and other psychic characters use when they're often actively using their powers, and also you felt confident after doing that, taking the small sensor that Levi had and modifying that to where it could pick up psychic signals. So, and then after that, you guys went over there. You also, Arthur, once again made a magnet clamp, and you guys attached to a cable, and that's how you're going to get the Faraday cage off the other ship. Is through this magnet clamp thing. So I guess you're hoping to like clamp something to it, the Faraday cage, and then drag it via a winch system to the shuttle. So that's the plan. And so, but you guys are currently on the ship right now. Sorry, the pirate ship, the wolf ship, and it's kind of got this open, broken hole on the port side. And you guys are kind of making your way through there in spacesuits, and you saw a kind of a non-organic life form, and then you saw what appear to be zombies, kind of like rustling on the platform and on the ship, and kind of making their way towards you guys. And that's where we ended the session. So let me see if I can pull up some of these images.
So the other little detail bits that I found entertaining last time was we found a zombie floating in space. We roped into the thing, and that's how we actually got to the shard that was in its head, is that we took like a wench, shot it out, grabbed him, brought him in. He tried biting me, tried biting Levi. I dispatched of it with great vengeance. Mm-hmm. So that's how we got it, figured all that out. Then when we went to the pirate ship, we went to one side of it and seeing that there were, I think it was 5 bodies we could see that were kind of there and seemed sort of motionless. But Arthur noticed that they were moving with his 15 notice roll.
They turned to look at us.
Yeah, they turned specifically. So then we went to the opposite side where it looked clear. We had to jump a 15-foot gap through space to land on the ship. So Levi went first, then I followed, then Arthur, and then that's when we seen the other form, and then we ended it with the zombies, the beings, the creatures, the things that we've seen at the other side of the ship following us now onto where we are.
That's pretty much it, yeah. And I'm sharing some links to some pictures. So the ghost ship is the map we're currently on, and the heralds is the image of the non-organic life forms that you guys saw. So, yeah. That's fun stuff. So, that's where we're picking things up.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it looks like there's a door past this alien robot creature, which we believe is where the cage is.
Yes. Thank you for
We're not
pointing that out.
sure.
Yeah, you're not certain of really much anything, to be honest. But
Did Spencer jump on the ship with us too?
yeah, we were just going to say that he jumped. We didn't have him roll anything, but we were just going to say he jumped, just to make it easy. So, just to make it have it easy for everybody, and everybody's there together. So, we got everybody on the party tracker. We're going to reset beanies. Let's make sure everybody has the right amount of advances. Okay, so Shaun, you're supposed to have 5 advances.
Okay, I was only tracking 2.
Well, you had 3 before I hit 5.
Okay, well, I guess I didn't spend 1.
I don't know. You may want to double check your math before you do that. But
Well,
everyone else got 1, I believe, at the beginning of last session, I think.
Yep.
Correct? So I definitely know you need to add 1. So
Yeah, you should be at 5 for sure.
So you
and I
may
got
have
2
had one
adventure cards
before
for
and
some
you
reason.
just forgot to. You may have had one before and you forgot to change it on your sheet. So you may want to just do the math again. So
well, because I keep track of all of them in my notes.
yeah, just know that hard to kill is the free one you got. So don't add that in your calculations.
Yeah, because I remember we all got that.
Yeah. So just do the math on that. Okay. And so did I hit reset bennies? And reset, yeah, adventure deck. Okay, so you guys all got your adventure deck cards, and you got all your.
I have
bennies,
2
right?
for some reason.
Yeah. So everybody's now at seasoned now, so that's why you got 2. Yes. Yep. So players get more cool things they can do as they go up in ranks. Okay. So I think we were pretty much just going to fall straight into the combat tracker as soon as the game began. And do it that way. For some reason, Spencer, when I drop him in the combat tracker, he loses his token. I don't know why. I don't know why he loses his token. But
I don't see him on the map. Does that matter?
that shouldn't matter. In fact, I just hadn't put him on there yet. But anyways, I put Shaun out there. You can move where you are, Shaun. There's not really a good spot to be because there's enemies on both sides. So essentially, you're on this broken hull of this is the main section of the Wolf's ship, and on the port side, you've got a massive breach with floating debris out there everywhere. Okay. And if you go out there too, like if Levi just stepped like a foot, like to his left, I mean, he could easily slip and fall out. Like if he took like one mistake, he could slip and fall. I mean, all those squares are like passable on, but like if someone made an athletics check to just shove him off or something like that, I mean, you could easily just like fall out into that. Obviously, falling is not a thing in space, but you get the idea. You know, it's precarious. It's open space. But there's floating debris all in this area. But once you get out in this area, this is where you've gotten into like shards of metal. There that kind of stuff like that. And that's the reason why you guys had to jump through it as opposed to flying your ship through. Also, the roof is kind of hanging low because of the broken damage and that kind of stuff. Your ship is out here, and that's the reason why you guys had to fly across. Okay? Now, Levi has a sensor, and he picked up that there are zombies coming from over there, and you guys can see them now. Aston is at the corner of the building here, and he can see that there is this non-organic life form over here, just hovering. And, of course, no one can hear anything, because it's pretty much in space, right? Now, some sound can obviously exist in space, but it's just very difficult. But for the most part, it's pretty much complete silence. Now, so we're gonna just do cards and do initiative and all that kind of stuff. And so, has everybody had a chance to look at their adventure cards and all that kind of thing like that?
We're not using any. Does Spencer's background, is it an arcane background, or are we not doing that at all?
Yeah, he's got an arcane
No,
background called Sonics.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
This is the first time all of my adventure cards have just been bad.
That sucks. Okay.
It's like, here, have
Oh.
an enemy or have another enemy.
This is
I
the
love
first time that my adventure cards I'll actually be able to use.
Oh, dang.
Good
Okay.
deal. Okay. All right. So I will. Okay. So we already rolled initiative. Okay. So the zombies are going first. No, wait. Actually, no, it didn't. Okay. So yeah, Levi Roosevelt is actually going first. Wow, you go first on a 6 of diamonds. Wow, that's a bad initiative. Okay.
I'm
Okay, so-
proud.
Levi.
God.
So you're picking up on the sensors. Zombies are coming, and you look up, and you have the best vantage point to see them kind of like moving in this direction. They don't seem to be like necessarily looking at you guys specifically. They're just moving this way, shambling and just kind of like, rocking their bodies and as they step and just kind of moving this direction. Their magnetic clamps appearing to just kind of like clack the ground as they're stepping. What do you do?
If I have a relatively clear shot, I will probably just shoot at one.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, how?
I think it should track ranges correctly because I do have a grid up there. Let's hopefully so.
Yeah, I am trying to remember how to.
Control, click a token.
Thank you. Ta-da. Okay. So, two pistols. Bang bang. So, come on, brain. This thing. Whoosh.
Excellent.
And the laser one.
Nice.
Okay.
Image.
Do you get 2 wild die when you do that? Can't recall.
It is. Yeah, because it's. I've got the 2-gun kid, so it's basically like 2 actions, but I don't
Okay,
have
you're doing it
penalties
as
for it.
2 actions. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
It's just essentially reduces your multi-action penalties, essentially.
Yeah, it reduces it to no penalties.
Sweet.
I
Okay.
think.
Sweet.
But
Okay.
only for that one specific.
Nice.
shoot.
Very cool. Okay.
So,
All right.
the laser pistol hit. Wait. Okay, I hit with a raise, so I have to
Just roll your damage,
right
and
click.
it'll automatically
will?
do the damages and the raises.
Oh, okay. Well, let me undo that then. So, this one.
Oh my.
Damn.
And then that other one. Pew pew.
Nice.
The second attack, I assume, was aimed at Zombie 2 since the first one killed. Zombie 3?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. It did 1 wound? Zombie 2? Right?
So
Was it
Zombie
2
2,
wounds?
I think, was the first one, and that's the one I was targeting. So
Oh, I thought you were talking Zombie 3. Okay, my bad.
3's around. I don't think I can see 3. Like,
Okay.
2 is straight ahead, and 4 is right behind it.
Okay. All right. Good deal. For some reason, he's still showing to be alive. Oh, I don't know why he's showing to be alive, because he's apparently a wild card. I don't know why he was checked as a wild card. But he's
Maybe
not
you
a
had
wild
different
card.
plans last week.
No, I didn't have different plans. I don't know why he's checked as a wild card.
Teach you son of bitches to talk so much.
Let me fix that. How can I fix that once the mission started? Really? Can I not fix that once the game started? Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Good. Okay, so he's taking 3 wounds, so he is down. So you took out 2 zombies. Okay, you took out that 1 zombie there, and I'm assuming you took your second shot against the 1 zombie behind you, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. And so zombie 4, then you just piled the second shot into zombie 4 as zombie 2 just kind of like, probably the bullets hit him, and he just kind of like floated his body downward as the bullet passed through him. And the zombie 4 just took the second bullet. So we'll just take zombie 4 off too. So good job. All right. Okay, so 2 zombies are now down, and they're just kind of like floating with their upper body down, and their magnetic boots still stuck to the ground.
Cool.
All right.
Incoming, boys.
This guy is still standing there. No, he's not standing. He's hovering there. Tentacles still just floating like still in space. Arthur, what do you do?
All right. Arthur is going to move into the bunk. Are these beds bolted to the floor or anything like that? Can he move them like a bed?
I would imagine in a spaceship they'd probably bolt them to the walls and stuff to keep them from flying around in 0G. So
Okay.
I imagine they probably are.
Can the mattresses and such be taken off?
Yeah, I probably think they're able to be taken off because you have to build change sheets and things.
All right. He is going to grab the mattress, the sheets, the blankets, whatever he can grab.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's going to move back out into the hall with all this junk, and he's going to hand the pillow to Aston and say, "Hey, try throwing this into the corridor. Maybe it'll just, I don't know, see if it'll react."
Like distract him or something, maybe? Okay. All right. Zombies. They... Base is 4. But they can run. Now they're being shot at. So they know there is someone taking action against them. So they're looking this direction now because they can see the muzzle flash from your weapon because you have a weapon designed for being... Well, actually, there's probably not much of a muzzle flash because it's designed for being used in space. But they still kind of recognize the threat, right? And And so they start kind of like shuffling this way, and this one goes here, and they're gonna take a run action. So 3 for that one. Well, I guess I should have done it before I did the moves. 5. Three with that one. And then 5 with that one.
Ooh.
3 with that one. All right, so that one gets to there. So, Shaun, Jeremy, you got Zombie 5 that has made his way up to you, and so Levi has a zombie pressing up against him, and so he's just gonna get up, like right up at you. And this one is actually not in a spacesuit, and he's just in like one of the wolves, like uniforms, right, and maybe like mismatched armor. And he looks like he has like maybe like a knife at his belt or something, and he's just got like bare hands, and he just kind of glows in for your face and kind of like just kind of tries to go clawing in for you, and so he just dives straight in for you. So we're gonna use a bite claw. So we're just gonna do that, and let's see how that goes.
Don't like that.
I almost been a GM Benny.
Roll worse. Roll worse.
Well, I said it was. For some reason, it's not dragging it. What's going on with that? Oh, there it is. There we go. I know I'm probably wasting it, but I'm doing it. Damn it.
Nice.
Oh, well. Okay, so the GM Benny did not help me, unfortunately. But the zombie like comes in with his claws in his hands and just starts grabbing and trying to paw at you in your throat and your face and everything like that. And so maybe he kind of grabs onto you a couple times, but like nothing really fruitful lands on you, Levi, and he's like right up in your face. So, all right, Aston.
Arthur, give me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. Is that a skill?
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. He is unskilled.
So I'm gonna grab the mattress, and I'm just gonna like kind of scoff out like, "This is gonna fucking get us killed," and I'm gonna yell out, "Spencer, do something!" And I'm gonna use this here. How do I use the card? Drag it onto here. There we go. So Arcane Spike says, Spencer, you are able to use any power from your set, regardless of its rank.
Wow. Wow. You don't even have to have it, and you could have, and it could be any power of any rank.
Any power of any rank that you have.
Shit.
So fucking make this a good one. So I'm going to scream at him to do something.
You don't even have to have it, so it can just be a power in the book. So
Yep, so you have a little bit of time.
Okay.
So I'm going to scream that out, and then I'm going to take the
I can
mattress.
veto it by saying it's not really something a psychic could do, but it says
It's
available in the setting. But yes, yeah.
Yep. So I'm going to say that, and then I'm going to take the mattress, and I'm going to sort of push it across the ground into the open hall, so that way when it hits the zero gravity, it'll lift up. So it's going to start from the floor and sort of float up.
Could bump it up.
And I'm going to try to angle it a little bit so it kind of, the best of my ability, have it kind of go like that.
Okay. Are you going to send it out there? Okay. All right.
Well, I'm going to send it out from behind the corner, like so not seeing it, but just sort of push it at an angle the best that I can.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
No, I think it would constitute an action, but it doesn't require a roll.
Perfect. That's my action then.
We can take multiple actions in this game.
Oh no. No, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place on this one.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm just gonna leave it up to Spencer to destroy all the bad things.
Oh, wait, I don't. Spencer's turn out. What? Did it skip Spencer for some reason?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Well, Spencer, you get to go. Go ahead.
You get to go twice.
Yeah, because you got initiative. So
Okay.
go ahead.
I
I think I accidentally double clicked it. Is what happened. My mouse. I sometimes do that.
I can do blast.
You're thinking small
which-
potatoes, man. With blast, that's like
What was that?
that's only like seasoned rank.
Oh, so anything, even
Any
something
rank.
Literally
rank.
anything that you have access to ever in the arc of your character,
Yeah,
you'll
like
be able to do.
like anything, any power from the book. Heroic,
Yeah. Well,
legendary, like
I'm looking at them right now. I'm looking at banish. I don't think banish would work.
possible, yeah. Yeah, it's doable. Dimensions exist in the
Banish?
setting. Yeah.
Okay, let me see, because I think that works.
Essentially send it to an alternate dimension, essentially.
Yeah, this includes code. I'm just wondering if I could do that on multiples,
He's going big.
like multiples at once. I'm kind of a little fuzzy on the rule set concerning can I target multiple people at once?
If the power says so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that it says so. Opposed roll of the caster's arcane skill versus the target's spirits. As soon as target is shaken and each raise causes a wound. If it incapacitates target, it returns to its native plane. So I'd probably have to get like a lot of successes on that.
Pretty damn good power.
Yeah, but I probably need a lot of successes.
Yeah, but it's a power that wounds that goes against spirit. Very powerful. Pretty powerful.
These things are being controlled.
You don't know. You don't know. The zombies are, to an extent, but
Yeah, that's something I think we figured out was at times at least the spikes could receive or whatever info,
Yeah,
but it didn't seem like they were doing it all the time.
It seems like them having it in them is what's giving them this new sentience, and that from time to time the signal amplifies like something is directly taking control of them. So like the artifact can say like, "Hey, you're my pawn for now."
Right.
That's the assumption. We don't have any. Shane hasn't told us, but this is what we've deduced.
you getting some hate in chat, Cliff.
Because I'm thinking like the spell negates effects, like magical effects. They're being controlled.
I just want to remind you that I mean, even though your character doesn't know this, but you're as a player, you know that such things as extras and wild cards exist. So you know that not all characters have 3 wounds. So yeah.
See, I'd go with like banish, but I think my problem is that's only on one target.
It says that the card says that a character with any arcane background may cast any power available in any setting, regardless of rank, one time only. It doesn't say you have to use it right now. So why don't you just go ahead and if you don't want to use it right now, you don't have to if you're not sure. But
Yeah, we still have an alien thing we have to deal with too.
you can just decide to do something else right now.
Yeah, we might want to save it for like the boss fight if we have one.
You could just
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I know that's probably the assumption with the card, but
it doesn't say it. Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like you're deliberating on this a lot. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because I was looking through them all, and I'm like, okay, what's my fireball? And then I'm like, well, fuck, I don't have one. So I'm just gonna.
Firebolt is blast or bolt. You just pick bolt and you just say it's fire.
Blast power.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm just gonna bolt the guy in front of me. Streaks of hope. Yeah. No range on these, but arcane skill rolls effective cover.
Okay.
So let me see.
The zombie 3.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So
Sweet. So I don't have so much a problem with meta in games. I think it can kind of just encourage, the game in some ways,
Oh yeah, I agree with that. My whole thing is that when you know your character wouldn't know, but you know,
yeah.
you're like, fuck.
That's a struggle.
So 2d6. Let me see here. Moving everything around on the screens.
Wow, took that zombie 3 down. Nice.
Nice.
All right. So that's a concussive like stun blast when you do it, the bolt, because you fire it out with your mind. And so you hit it so hard in the skull, like it concaves his skull in. And you see like an explosion of blood in the air. And it just kind of like floats in space where he kind of like gets crushed. And then he just kind of like just stands there in space where his head popped back. And he just kind of just hovers there in space.
Like, how's that, Aston?
All right. Now, zombies. We have zombie and zombie 5. So,
Spencer gets to go twice.
Oh, thank you. Right. Thank you, Spencer. Second action. That's right. Because you were top of the order.
Oh.
So Aston's gonna go, yes, do that again.
Nice.
Okay, other zombie. Killing it.
Thank you for targeting the zombie this time.
Yeah, I missed it.
Nice. Very cool. Similar to the 4, but this time you caught the neck and just severed the head from it. And now the head's just floating.
Oh, sure. Don't hit the one that's on top of me. Thanks.
I know, I love it. Which now gets a
You're
chance
in the
to
way.
bite claw you again. So
He's fine. He's fine. I wanted to get the
actually we're going to have it get it's gonna say it's a stun baton, but we're going to but it's actually a knife. But we're gonna have his eyes glow. Like immediately his eyes change and glow. And you hear what sounds like words trying to form, but it's not English. And well, you actually don't hear anything, sorry, it's space, but it looks like he's trying to speak. And so his eyes are glowing, and then he attacks you. Like I said, it says stun baton, but it's not. So it's and he rolls a 1. Oh, it should have been a wild die. Why is it not rolling it as a wild die? Why is it not rolling 2
Because
dice?
Fantasy Grounds likes me tonight.
Don't. It doesn't.
There. Does it? Didn't target you, though. 4 doesn't hit you, though, does it?
No, I got a parry of
Okay.
6.
All right. So, yeah, the knife comes at you, and you raise your arm at the last time, at the last moment, and, like, knock the knife away. All right. Now it is Arthur's turn. Arthur, what do you do?
I think Arthur is going to hold his action to see what the Herald is going to do with the mattress that has been shoved in front of it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Okay.
do I have to decide right now like what Arthur is going to do and like what
No,
triggers
you just
that?
you just hold your card.
Okay.
This is what we do. Hold. Oh, I hit deal by accident. I don't know why I did that. Hold. That's what we're doing. Okay. Now, okay, so the Herald, you see a laser beam come out and just rips right through the mattress and slices it in half. And then you hear the sounds of. Well, you don't hear anything. God damn, I keep forgetting it's in space. All right, and but Aston is right there by the edge, and it does not take long for you to quickly realize this, Aston, as it turns the corner.
Fuck.
Yep,
Get him, Matt.
but that's its action. So
Okay. Well, I guess Arthur. It probably won't matter. But what I was planning to do is, if it moves, Arthur is going to throw the blankets and sheets and such in front of like Aston, basically over this alien.
nice. Okay.
Probably won't do anything to block its sensors, but
Hey, it's worth a shot, right?
that's all we've got.
So essentially what you're doing, you're trying to do a support test, essentially. So to try to
Yes.
distract it. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so what role do you think that would be for you to do that?
Um,
I don't think it's athletics or anything. It just seems like it's like a.
Agility.
Yeah, I'd take that. Sure, that sounds good to me.
okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I was going to say like a throne to hit an area kind of a thing.
Can we play?
Well, as long as it's not a size bed, that would be like a strength check.
Yeah, he's just throwing
It's-
like sheets or something. That's pretty much what
Yeah,
he's
the
doing.
blankets, etc.
Yeah.
All right.
What, like an agility of from the robot to get out of the way, and agility from you to throw it, essentially. I'll give
good.
you a +2 because he didn't see it coming. He just came around the corner. So
All
wow,
right.
okay, you didn't even need it. You didn't even need it, man.
So the
Okay.
+2 would give you what, 2 raises then?
All right.
Now, I have a card that lets me double all support rolls this round. Aston, do you
Double
want
all support rolls? Let me see that.
Yes.
Card, so I can understand it.
Uh,
I have a card that lets you
No.
characters at +2 to all trade totals for the rest of this round, if you really think it's worth it.
Having seen you roll the 10, being able to judge us after
Okay,
the
so
fact,
I was
would
looking
say
this
no.
up. So we can either do it like a support roll, or we can do it where you want to give him like distracted or vulnerable, whichever one you want to do. Either one's fine. So
I'm not super
I can actually
familiar
pull
with
up.
this.
I can actually pull up the distracted or vulnerable. Probably give him. Or you can look at the link here. I think the distracted is probably applicable, or you can just give him the support bonus.
I mean, distracted would be great.
I'll go ahead with distracted.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
we'll give the Herald distracted condition if he fails this, which he probably will, since you got like a 12. Yeah. So he just gets the distracted condition. Sweet. Awesome. Essentially, that means that he's less likely to kill you. All right.
In theory.
Yeah. Well, in theory, yes. So, all right. Levi, what do you do?
I am going to try and shoot the zombie that's on top of me with my pistol, which I double checked I can do. I'm just trying to hit his parry instead of his the normal 4. Oh, okay. So, laser pistol. Zap.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
I think it's
Wow.
dead.
Oh my goodness. Laser pistol in close combat range, but you still so you raised your fist up, raised your arm up to block that knife as it came down on top of you, and you just raised the laser pistol over the top of the knife, and you just like pointed it right at his skull and just whoop, charged it up and just blasted him. Was it an overcharge, or you just hit with a raise? You didn't even overcharge. So
No, I didn't overcharge.
yeah, and so he got thrown back against that like broken wall behind him, and then he just kind of bounced off, and now he's kind of floating in space out here. So, all right, so good deal. Wait, no, he's down.
Yeah. I
Oh
only
no, you did
7.
6 damage. Holy crap!
Yeah, I rolled one. A
Oh
bunch
my
of ones.
god, I thought you. Oh my goodness.
The 19 was to hit.
I thought you did awesome. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. Okay. No. So what happened is so maybe you blasted him, and like the force of the attack like bounced him back, and he hit the wall, but he's still just kind of like back there beside you. But wow, I did not notice that. I just assumed you did great at him. So okay, that's the thing about those D6s, man. Okay.
Yep. So
Okay.
let's try with the second one because guns.
But he's not on your weapon anymore. He's not up in your face anymore.
Cool.
Actually, well,
Oh, that's bad. I crit failed with the auto pistol.
crit fail with the auto crystal. Okay. So, what do we crit fail with a gun for on a spaceship?
I don't know. It's already open to the
crit
vacuum of
fail?
space.
Yeah.
Um.
Let's see. Okay, we'll do this. So among the floating debris, that right behind the zombie is an object that you didn't see before, and when you miss the zombie, you strike something, and it explodes, hurling you back to here. Shaun, you back to here. You do kill the zombie. Okay, so the zombie
Cool.
is
Mission
dead.
accomplished.
Okay, but unfortunately, what happens is the cable snaps to the landing shuttle,
Fuck.
and the shuttle gets pushed out to there.
Is part of the cable like still floating between us somewhat?
Yeah.
Like, okay, interesting. Check.
I don't like
But
it.
the zombie's dead.
Cool. I'll come up with a plan.
So I
Aston,
see
what do you do?
Arthur throws the blanket over this thing as it turns the corner. And I'm just yelling back to Spencer, like, do you know how to talk to these things?
No. I don't know how to talk to these things. Can you even talk to them?
I don't know. I don't want to kill it if we don't have to, but I think it wants to kill me.
Yeah, I'd say it does.
Yeah, shit. Do I have any room to be able to like step back a few steps away from this thing?
Oh
We're
yeah,
kind
let
of
me.
dogpiled here.
I just realized I probably could have shared a little bit of a section more. Hold on. There's a small section of a little bit of room for you to actually move in. So you got a hair of movement room extra in there.
What about back towards where Arthur and Spencer are? Like not a full square or anything, but just enough to get a couple feet distance between me.
Unfortunately, you're all in the same. There's like one square there. Does that make sense?
Right, I gotcha.
That's like a hallway there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to like go down here because
Yeah.
then they have a clear shot towards everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. So
I mean,
then
you can all
I'm just
stand
gonna...
in the same square, but you're all in the same square. I think there's rules for that. But or you can just run past them. So, but
Oh
I know
no,
you don't
I'm
wanna
gonna
do that,
push.
yeah.
I'm gonna just kind of take a step back, as far away from this thing as I can without encroaching on Arthur's space, and I'm gonna shoot at it with the pistol, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he doesn't have a high parry. So, because you're shooting against parry when you're in melee range. So
Okay.
let me double
and it
check
should
and
do
make
that
sure his
automatically,
parry is
right?
correct. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's make sure it lets me do that.
But his parry is only one higher. Dun dun dun. That's right.
So that was a hit, right?
That is a hit. Right on the money, actually.
Cool beans.
Okay, so good deal. Okay, so you've shaken the herald. Okay, so you hit it, and so it's shaken by the. Thank you, Allie Phoenix, for the follow. Appreciate it so much. Thank you for joining us tonight. But yeah, so you pop the 3 bullets from the impact pistol, and oh, you didn't use the 3-round burst, but you just shot it, and it just like caused the creature just to kind of like shift back, and like just didn't see it coming right with the sheet over it, and so it just kind of like doesn't see it coming, and now it's kind of bewildered and stunned and shaken. So, all right, so that's good for you guys. Now, next turn. Arthur? Oh, we never took you off hold, but you did actually act. So
Yeah.
So we will actually deal cards now. Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh, and the Herald.
For the previous.
Oh, did it actually deal cards the first time? Oh, I thought it didn't deal because you guys were on hold. Because we had one person on hold. Oh, it did deal. I'll remember that next time. It just won't deal the person who's on hold. Okay. All right. Okay, so Herald, let's think about cards. You would have gotten round 5 anyways. Okay, so the Herald recovers. He's removed. He's got a Joker. So he's going to use his tentacle attack instead of his eye beam. And he's just going to strike at you with his tentacles. And let's see how that goes.
Mm-mm. I don't like that.
Hit.
Don't take much.
Oh, and you can now roll in the tokens, by the way, on the map.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So that is 1 wound for you, correct? Do you want to try to soak it at all?
Sure. I got 3 bennies. Why not? What do I need to soak? Is it bigger?
Yes. First, you'll spend a Benny.
Yep, I did that.
And then you'll just roll a Vega roll. Excellent.
Nice.
Okay, so what you'll do there is we'll just roll that. We'll just drag that over to your soak. That didn't work. There we go. And so you soaked the entire roll. So
Nice.
good job. Okay, so what happened there is you see the tentacle spike coming in at the last moment, and you just kind of like either sheer luck. Do you want to say it's sheer luck or just like agility or what saves you in the last moment? Good gracious.
Dumb luck. I think it's the sheet. The sheet. It kind of. I could see the movement coming before it actually did it because it telegraphed the movement, and I was able to just narrowly. This thing hits right next to me. Just.
Nice. And maybe like the tentacle got wrapped up in the sheet too, and it kind of like caused him to slow down his attack, and so the tentacle just like slid right past your suit. So. And so there you go. You're saved by it. So good job with the spinny roll. Okay, now it is Arthur Haeckel's turn.
All right, Arthur takes out his stunner pistol, and he is going to attempt to shoot past Aston and hit this thing. I'm going to attempt to Benny that.
That's a lot better. Thank you for not shooting me.
You're welcome.
Nice. Okay.
So it says the victim must make a vigor roll or become stunned. Okay. And then since Aston was trying to move out of the way, Arthur is going to move back past Spencer and through the doorway into the...
Okay, you should have got a +1 bonus on that because it only fires in 3-round burst mode, which would have gave you a raise. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to give you so he's going to get a -2 to this vigor roll.
Okay.
All right. Now, so the Herald is going to make a vigor roll at a -2. See how this goes. Ouch. Even with the Joker bonus. And what does that do again? I'm trying to remember. It does. I'm stunned. Okay. Yep, stunned is nasty. Stunned is very good. It is probably one of the best conditions other than dead. Yep, the character is distracted, falls prone, can't take actions or move. Yeah.
Did you shoot this thing and then run away?
Yep. You've got room to move, Aston.
Thanks.
So you see Arthur raise up a stunner pistol, which fires 3 shots simultaneously, and the 3 shots basically release a jolt of electricity into the creature. And so it says he falls prone. So essentially, we see this giant robot, like its engines just kind of just shut off at its base. And, well, it doesn't fall prone, obviously, because it's floating in space. But its engines shut off, and it kind of, like, falters and stammers in space. But we're going to give it the prone condition. So that works out for you guys. So it gets just distracted. Make sure I'm reading that right. Yep, distracted. I think it already had that. I didn't remove it. Nope, yeah, I removed it. Okay, and... prone. It means he's going to be hard to shoot unless you're in melee range. So.
And I yell out, Spencer, see if you can communicate with it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Do your thing.
Okay. And then you ran back. Okay, so Spencer's turn.
Okay. So I will try to do mind reading on it.
Mind reading.
Yes.
Okay.
See if I can at least like.
Right.
Okay.
Minding reading is opposed roll versus the target's smarts. Success allows the character to gain one truthful answer from the subject. The target is aware of the mental intrusion unless the mind reader gets a raise. The GM may apply modifiers based on the subject's mental hindrances or current state of mind. Sure. I mean, you don't have to share a language. I mean, so you're just reading like their mental state. So
Mm-hmm.
sure. So it's going to be opposed smarts.
Okay.
His
Outta
mind
here.
is steel. You find it difficult to get through.
Fuck.
I mean, you offset the Joker bonus by the distracted bonus.
Okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm just trying to make contact with it. And I'm like, I can't get through. I can't establish contact.
You just hear exterminate.
Yeah.
One's been watching too much Doctor Who. Levi, what do you do? Between thinking about how you can like get the ship back and like recover the situation and
Yeah, Jeremy wants to know if Levi has seen Spencer move anything with his mind, like telekinetically. I don't think that has happened.
but he does have a adventure card right now that lets him do things now that he couldn't normally do.
Yes.
Yep. So I want to look at the ship and see if it's like actively floating further away or if it just like moved a little bit. Kind of.
Let's think about space. Whenever you're moved in a position, you keep going in that direction.
I know. I'm asking because
it's still going in that direction.
Cool.
Unless another force exerts itself against it.
How far is it right now?
Jeremy
like
was
if I
testing how
tried
much
to
I knew
jump
about space.
for it.
I mean, remember there's thrusters on the spacesuits, but
there are.
Like, yeah, there's directional thrusters.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, it's still dangerous, but yes. Like, I put it accurately where it is.
Okay, cool. That's
like right at the edge of the map, right there.
Check. I think that's a problem for future us because I like to shoot things. Where's my pace? There's my pace. If I am in melee with the thing that Aston is in melee with too, and I'm shooting, I still have to deal with like if I screw up, I'll probably shoot him, right?
Yeah, it's called innocent bystander.
Yeah.
Essentially, just get a 1 on your shooting roll. It can happen.
Okay.
But yeah,
it ain't gonna happen. You're fine.
I know. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, what's
4?
the chance of you getting another critical failure? I mean,
exactly.
Very likely, extremely likely. So likely that I'm going to do an overcharged laser pistol blast on the floaty tentacle-y thing. See?
Nice. There you go. And he's
Yeah,
on the
I knew it.
ground, and you he's prone. Yeah, I shouldn't apply the prone. Yeah, he's still floating in space, but yeah, you get the point.
Oh, it put the prone in there, didn't it?
It did, but you hit. Yeah.
Okay.
You're really getting the bonuses to parry against it, but not the penalties to shooting is really what you should be getting. But
okay, do you need me to re-roll the damage then? Like, would it have
you
been
got it with a raise
not-
anyways. You're fine because you only get one
Oh,
raise
okay.
in damage. Yeah.
Okay.
So, sweet. Okay, so you did 1 wound. Awesome.
Sweet.
Okay.
Can I shoot it again with my second
Let me see
pistol?
something here. Okay, yeah, he only gets. Okay. Well, let's see what happens when you do 1 wound. Okay. I'm going to spend a Benny. GM Benny.
Oh, right.
And I'm going to try to soak that.
Dude, I rolled 16 damage. It was only 1 wound. Interesting.
Now Shane
Because
wants to go and ruin all the
he
fun.
only has 1 wound. Yeah, because he only has 1 wound. Yeah.
Check.
Okay. Oh, man. I don't think he soaked it, though.
You rolled a 9 with a -4 penalty? God damn.
No, it's a
No, I think it
Even.
was just a 9.
even.
Because the
Plus 2
Joker
minus 2.
bonus.
Yeah, he soaked it.
Yep.
For some reason, I have 1 too many bennies. I'll fix that. All right. But anyways, so you blast at him, right? And so you blast at him, and the blast just skims across the surface of his body, and his body starts like activating or something like that at that moment. So, all right,
Okay.
now we gotta take
I
the
wanna
zombie off.
Shoot him with the second pistol.
Gotcha. Levi, go ahead.
Bang, bang.
Jeez. Okay.
Is that still a hit with a raise, or does it need to just be...
Yeah, it's a hit with a raise.
Okay. Because you were talking about the other...
No, you're
Anyway.
good.
Swoosh.
I'm just keeping an
Hey,
eye
Shane.
on if it's a miss.
Fantasy ground wise, how do you jump backwards in a turn?
Oh, I can move the arrows around.
Oh.
Just like in
5e
D&D.
don't have that.
You can do that in D&D.
Can you?
You didn't know that?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you can do that in
You know what I think
D&D.
it is? I think I have my combat tracker too far over to make screen real estate. I don't think I even see that thing on the side there. I just know that it gets highlighted.
Your combat tracker looks different than mine in Savage Worlds.
Oh yeah. Savage World's way different, but I didn't
No,
know I could
like
go
the
backwards.
DM combat tracker in Savage Worlds looks different than the player combat tracker.
Oh.
Mine has a lot more information on it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so the second shot clips the herald in its center eye, exploding it, and you see an explosion of blue and purple energy, and it bathes
hurt.
Aston in some brilliant light, and the creature just kind of like still floats there in space, and all those lights that were starting to kind of come to life on it just kind of fade out.
Sweet.
Oh, that's depressing.
What? I blew up the evil robot.
We didn't
I
know
love
it was
how
evil.
somehow made you care about it.
I mean, I care about it. Aston doesn't give a shit. This thing is it might as well be a cyborg.
Now, Aston, you're standing closest to it. All the particles of it start to kind of float up and kind of like unassemble. The parts that are still there and not damaged start to seem to kind of like separate and almost like cull themselves from the damaged herd. And all the pieces that are whole and appear to be okay, when they start to separate almost on the molecular level in space, almost appear like triangles or like small geometric shapes. in space. And as they do this, what are you doing as you're watching this kind of happen in front of you?
Pissing myself. So I am
The
taking
EVA
notice.
suits have a diaper for that.
I'm not seeing shit. So as soon as I see like the bright lights start to flash,
Mhm.
I'm gonna move backwards away from this because I'm thinking
Okay.
it's gonna explode.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna kind of push backwards until I bump into Spencer, and I'm not gonna have enough time to grab Spencer and use him as a shield. So I'm just gonna stand there for a second, and
right.
that's pretty much it. Just observe.
All right. Okay. And so Levi's there beside you too. So Levi sees it as well. I didn't know he'd moved up like right beside you. I thought he shot past you from the other side. Okay. So and so then you guys see that the triangle-like particles that look vaguely like spikes now. They are going inside the zombies. Now all float up into like a ball, almost like, and then just like bolt away down the hallway
which
past
direction?
you guys. Just down the hallway past you. Look like they're going towards the port breach of the ship.
The port's the one with the hole in it, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
like back here. Zipping past over your guys' heads.
Spencer, we need to get the ship back.
So just to be fucking dumb. So as this thing is like darting past, would I have enough time as a reaction to try to jump and grab it?
Well, it's more like lots of different pyramids, kind of like in some kind of like quote unquote formation, like circular formation.
Okay, so it did like solidify into
Yeah.
a ball. It's just a
No.
Okay.
No. But you could
Okay,
try
no,
to like
then I would
swat
just-
them like bees if you wanted.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
If
There's
anything,
a
you'd hit the
blanket.
ground.
You should grab the blanket. And
You could try to
roll them
do
up
like
there.
Dwight from Schrute from The Office and like throw the blanket over him like a trash bag and like try to,
If I have enough time to do that, can I do that? Sure.
Sure, it would definitely be an athletics roll though, probably, or agility
Athletics
roll. I'd
or
probably
agility?
athletics or agility. I'll let it be agility.
I love you.
Sure. Okay. So you grab them inside the bag. All right.
And then just kind of like grab it and hold it taut, like shutting the blanket and try to pull it down if I can.
Okay. All right. So you got them inside the bag, although they feel like they're trying to beat their way out of the bag. And then remember those sharp spikes. So what are you trying to do to reinforce the bag? I mean, they basically look like those little sharp spikes that go in people's heads.
Just yelling out,
'Cause
Arthur, get another mattress!
Arthur goes and grabs another mattress. Brings it down.
Is there a closet next to Spencer, like this white square that we can't see, right next to Spencer? Or
there is a
is
room
that
there.
just a closed
There is a
door?
room
Okay.
there. You can go in there if you want.
We just like wrap this, there's pillowcases. How big is this thing?
Well, if it's tearing through the blankets, I'm assuming the blankets are thicker than the
Yeah.
pillowcases.
You could throw it in the closet. I mean, that's all I got.
All right, so by the time you make it back with the mattress, they've already broken a hole in the blanket, and so there's already some darting out the bottom of the hole, like bullets. But you still have quite a few of them inside the blanket.
Okay, Arthur takes his riot staff out and stuffs it through the hole in an attempt to zap them, to stun
Zap
them. Like
the mass. Okay.
yes,
Zap the whole mass. Okay, that's a pretty smart idea. Okay. All right. All right, that's pretty smart. I'm just gonna make a Vega roll here.
If you roll higher than a 13, I call bullshit.
Wow, rolled a
Oh,
6,
no.
a 6, a 12.
Oh.
It aced.
Uh-huh. Does
It
the Joker
aced.
bonus still count?
Well, I was going to give you, actually, because you got a 13, they were supposed to get a -2 because you did it with a raise. So they actually still failed. So congrats. So 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 as soon as the riot staff sticks in there, they start buzzing faster because they know what you're about to do, right? So it gets harder for Aston to hold it, and he's like, they're getting really violent, and they start shooting more holes out as like more like start bolting out. But then as soon as you hit the charge and it blasts, it just goes off. Although Aston, I need you to make a vigor roll. Okay, you're okay. Oh no, you're not. Yeah, because he rolled like a 13. Yeah. So you get zapped by the stunner. Okay, so you become stunned. Gain the stun condition. Obviously, we're not in combat, so you can recover from it. But you go zzz, and you get zapped.
What the fuck?
And by the stun too. But you've zapped the horde of them, so they all just kind of like float lifelessly now in this bundle. So
Me too.
I'm sorry, Aston. I'm sorry.
so
I tried to help.
I'm just slumped over backwards. The boot's the only thing anchoring me down.
all right. Now, do y'all want to look in that room? Someone asked about this room here.
No, I was only asking from like if he needed to throw them into a
Okay.
different area.
Okay.
I'm going to ask Spencer, can you get the ship back over here or the cable back over here?
Fuck. I'm like, okay, let me try. I'm gonna have to use that power.
Oh, well, I mean,
Use it.
okay.
That's what it's for, right?
Right.
Yep.
It's the first time I got to use a fucking card. Use that thing.
Yeah. I've never done this before. Let's hope it works.
Gonna Mary Poppins the ship
Yeah.
like Leia in the worst Star Wars
Well, that's
movie
what I'm
ever
gonna
made.
do. I'm just gonna go out there and fly it.
All right. What is that power? It's telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
I mean, the good thing is like there is like no weight in space, right?
Yeah.
So weight isn't really an issue.
Yeah, if it's not resisting, then objects or creatures, including.
Well, how does it work? It says telekinesis ability to move objects.
Strength of D10 or D12 with raise.
Well, you still have to make a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Unwilling opponents resist with spirit. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
I guess the GM just decides. Oh, okay. So the GM just decides the difficulty. It just
Okay.
says, okay, you have a strength of this. Okay, so the GM just decides. In this case, I can just decide how difficult it is. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I can just decide how difficult it is. Okay. It's going to be. Okay. I'm going to decide a difficulty. Okay.
Let's make a general psionics roll, I guess, here. Let me see. So just roll it.
Benny.
Yeah, I'm going to use a Benny on that. Bam.
Still didn't get a raise, so you're just going to have a D10 to the strength roll.
Okay, but we're just trying to pull the cable over, right?
If that's what you're trying to do. Sure.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to like reattach it.
If you're just trying to pull the cable over, then I'm going to say you succeed in pulling the cable over.
Okay, yeah. That's all I'm trying to do is just get the cable.
Okay. All right.
I'm all like,
With this,
oh my god, I've never done that before. It worked. Like I'm the coolest person ever. So, yeah, I'm
okay.
proud of myself.
So you get the winch cable, and I'll even say that he can get the winch cable back over here and actually like pull the winch enough, crank the winch enough that he gives y'all enough slack that you guys can, you know what I mean? Like you have enough to work with. So
Okay. Nice.
So is the
Sweet.
ship still moving away?
Yes, unfortunately, it's still moving away.
God damn it.
Just hunker down, Spencer. You got this.
Well, it's going to run out of cable at some point, right?
And
Right,
Then,
so
and then drag
that's-
whoever's holding the cable, or
So I'm gonna move down the hallway to the door to try and find the Faraday cage. Then
yeah, you're just gonna go ahead and see if you can get
Yeah.
things moving, right? Okay,
yeah,
right. Okay. All right. What the rest of you guys? What are you guys doing?
So as soon as I come out of my stumper, I'm gonna tell Arthur, like, I don't know if we could do anything with these or not, but we need to make a decision if we're gonna try to use them or destroy them.
Well, we need some way to contain them. So if we can get that Faraday cage, then maybe I can transfer them to a small one later. But yeah, otherwise they're gonna wake up and do the same thing again. So
So I just look you in the eyes, just a moment of the still face expression. I'm just fuck, and then I take off and go towards Levi.
Okay, so when you're walking towards Levi, actually, and over that token that I need to remove, all of you guys see the lights in the ship start flickering on, and they stop flickering and eventually stay on.
oh, they were off before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Levi, you're at the door. What do you do?
open it.
Okay. All right. So you open the door and you see inside a room that's. Let me make sure I get the. I want to make sure I don't share too much. One rather long room, but it looks like there's a lot of storage and stuff in here, as well as computer terminals. But yeah, it looks like this. Like, looks like there's a box over here. That's the Faraday cage, and it's this box, but it's bigger than that box. But yeah.
Is it small enough that I can pick it up, or is it like a multi-person job? I've forgotten how big it was.
It's definitely heavy for sure. Because remember the cube is 1,000 pounds. So
Yeah.
it's got to be strong enough to support that. If that thing starts bouncing around, does that make sense?
Right, and that's why
Yeah.
we had the magnet set up.
Yeah. You imagine
there a handle?
you imagine the inside of that thing probably has like a joist-like design that's really complex and all that kind of stuff to make it stronger. It probably is armor-like in design inside the Faraday cage, just to make it stable enough to hold that.
Well, I'm gonna walk over to it and see if there are any handles or something like that we could just tie the cable to on the box itself.
Well,
Let me yell out, Arthur, there's a bunch of computers in here.
It's like a metal cable, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, those things are like a really strong tensile strength. I mean, you really can't. They're hard to bend.
I know. I'm with you.
Yeah. Don't you have the magnet clamp with you?
Yeah, but that's not on. It's detached from the cable, right? Or I thought you said the cable broke, or did the magnet just get sucked out of the ship, sort of thing, and the cable didn't break? It just
The magnet's
flew
still
away.
here.
Okay.
Remember, it's on a D-ring. You can just lanyard it to the edge of the cable and be done.
Okay. Cool. Let's do that then.
I'm assuming you got Matt with you. He can
Okay.
extra fix it some way to get you guys back operational again.
Oh.
You know. That's what he's
Completely
for.
forgot about that. You're right.
You know, what he's for.
I will move out of the way.
All right, you want me to roll repair?
Well, you're probably rolling repair back where the cables broke. You know.
Okay.
To repair
So
the
it's-
broken cables. You know.
Okay, so you guys are attaching the magnet up there. Arthur's reattaching the cable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these computers, are they on now that the power's on, or no?
Yeah, everything's whirring to life. And you actually see one of the displays actually says engine levels operational up to 8%.
Well, now that I know I'm a master of electronics, I'm going to come over here and look at these computers.
Master at D6. He's just been learning something since he's been on the ship. He's like, I got to pick up some stuff. I got to learn
No,
things.
it's a D4.
Oh, D4. Okay, so yeah, he's just been learning as he's been on the ship. Yeah.
So I'm gonna just kind of finger poke around on the keyboard and see what I can get into.
Nice. Okay. So what are you specifically trying to look for?
My intention to see if I could try to figure out how to show camera feeds, and to see if there's any sort of log of what type of stuff they have in inventory.
Okay.
As far as what type of cargo they're carrying specifically that may be valuable or may not.
Okay. All right. Okay. So they're pretty light on inventory right now. But as far as the camera feeds, so it looks like there is a section for bringing the cameras up online, possibly. A lot of the cameras are not able to come back up because, of course, damages to the ship. And then, of course, the ship's getting ripped apart and some of them literally being gone. But it looks like some cameras can be turned back on. But as for the inventory list, they're pretty light right now. It looks like they robbed. Looks like at one point they logged some basic trading goods, but the captain logged some special items. He didn't write much information on them, but they're apparently in a lock box here inside this room.
And just doing a quick scan, I mean, can I see where the lockbox is specifically, or?
You can make a notice roll to look around.
Sure.
You don't see anything that looks like a small lockbox or anything like that.
Hold on. I bet need that.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't trust yourself for your first look through, and you decided to take a second look through, glance through, and you found something that looks like it fell on the ground behind another crate, probably in all the chaos of the fighting and things like that. And so you took a closer look and you picked it up, and it looks like it's about yay big, and you're not sure what's inside, but when you pick it up, it kind of makes a shuffling sound, almost like metallic objects moving inside.
Okay. And so would it be feasible to be able to carry that with me, or is this something I'd have to try to open up right now before we...
It's feasible to carry it with you. It weighs about 5 pounds.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna if I have a satchel or something with me, try to stuff that in there the best I can, and then I'm gonna immediately go and help Levi.
Sure. Okay. And I think this would be a great time to take our first break. We won't be gone long. We'll be right back, everyone. I need to refill my drink. I'm sick right now, so if I don't refill my drink, I won't be able to talk when I come back. So, but we'll be right back, everyone. We won't be gone long at all. Thank you for sticking around. We'll see you all in a minute.